All right, guys, welcome back. It's been a little break with the holidays, but I wanted to start this back up again. Really, my goal with this is I've been seeing a lot of just people on social media putting up what, in my opinion, just like useless posts. No part of it is useful. It's really just for views, try to go viral, and what I want to provide is a place where we can discuss more in-depth training, what training actually looks like, no quick fix, but really get to dive in deep, something that you can't really do on Instagram, on reels or whatever it may be, right? Like a little bit more in-depth than just something that's trying to go viral. But today we're gonna go muscle snatch, moderate single, and then we're gonna go hip power snatch, moderate single, kind of see how it feels. I haven't done muscle snatch in a few weeks. The hip powers have been feeling really good, so we'll see if I can hit on that. And then I got some curls, and then I'll do cardio at the end. So, like as I was saying with the social media, maybe I'm just an old man, but to me, what I enjoy out of social media is two things. One, people who give out valuable information, something I can learn, and two, is following people's journey. So people who share their training, like that's like the stuff that I find interesting. I don't enjoy seeing videos of people doing like a snatch box jump onto like a drop snatch onto a box. Um, I don't enjoy people just like coming up with random videos to try to go viral. Like that doesn't excite me. I want to see people's journey and their training, and then people who maybe shared that and something that I can use for myself or someone else. So where I can learn stuff. Go, I think we'll 2 reps here at 95 pounds. So like I really do like I want to encourage people to share their training, share tips. Like this slop that's on the internet is just not for me. I don't want to see. There's just a lot of slop. I don't want to call anybody out, but it's not providing value to anybody. I guess it's a form of entertainment, but that's not really what I'm looking for on the internet, or I'm not looking for that on social media. I'm looking to learn, as I said, and then follow people's journey. But for me, the wrist is feeling a lot better. Ever since I started wearing the wrist wraps, the wrist pain has completely gone away. I can probably take them off, but now I'm just a little bit nervous to do that. Like I don't feel it at all. So, but I've been wearing them, so I've just continued to wear them. But I really don't feel it anymore. I really don't think about it anymore, other than putting the wrist wraps on before I start snatching. Ah, nice. That was good. The other thing too I want to use this channel for too is like there's other topics I want to discuss. I talk about like I mean exercise is great, lifting weights is great. I like talking about that, giving my opinion on that, but there's some other topics that I want to talk about, sports related, homeschooling the kids. It's funny. You tell everybody that you're going to homeschool your kids, and all of a sudden, everybody and their mothers out there telling you how to raise your kids, what you shouldn't do. It's really kind of crazy, though. I'm not going to go on this today, but the idea that you think homeschooling is so foreign just shows you how much you are not paying attention to the world right now. I'm not saying you have to homeschool your kids, but it is an option, and lots and lots of people are taking that option. 155 pounds here. I think I'll do double, and then we'll go singles from here. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, so right now in my training, really focused on gaining strength and size. I'm really only Olympic weightlifting twice a week. I've been trying to get in 3 or 4, but really the last couple weeks, it's just been a snatch day, been a clean and jerk day, really just a lot of powers on the snatch, and then really just classic CJ, kind of just maintaining that and trying to get stronger. Really want to check off the 500-pound back squat and the 600-pound deadlift. That's kind of the goal. And I've been doing more bench press than I've ever done in my entire life. I don't really know what the goal is for that, other than hit a PR. I think my all-time PR is 265, so see where that goes. But maybe after this first round, in the first cycle of bench, I'll see, kind of set a bigger goal. But right now, I just did a PR on that. I'm just gonna go single here. This is 170 pounds. Good. Nice. Really what I've been working on in the snatch, I mentioned this in made a video like maybe last month, but keeping that bar close off the floor, pulling it back into the hip, getting the knees out of the way so that I can keep it right next to my thighs on the way up there in that second pull. And I feel like that's made me super consistent. I feel more explosive and stronger. The weights feel lighter, so now I haven't now I think the heaviest I've gone is maybe around 90%, but that was a power snatch. So I'll take that. That's pretty good for me. I hit 90% of my snatch for a power. Just one. Oh, that was easier. That felt much better than the 170. So I'm gonna go 190 now. This is 190 pounds, so 10-pound jump. It's easy like the last one. Maybe we'll do one more, but it's probably gonna be it. Woo! Nice. All right, I want one attempt at 195. This will be the last one. This will be 195 pounds. Oh man, that one, I think I'm gonna try it again. All right, I know what I gotta do to fix this. Definitely can do it. Just gotta execute. Here we go. That was so much better. Yeah, first one, I don't know what I was doing. That was so much better there. So 195 pounds. I think my PR is like 202 pounds or 203 pounds. So if we're not doing these too often, that's a really big win. So now I'm gonna drop down 95 pounds. I'm gonna go hip power. It's just that little dip and go, and kind of work up from there. I think so many people they're like so afraid to miss weights. And like the reality is there's so much benefit from missing. And that was like a perfect example. It was totally a weight I could hit. And that ability to miss a weight and come back, feel what you did wrong, make the correction and then smash it. Like that's trained. I'm not saying that like if you're missing because it's too heavy that you should just keep going. But there are times where there's a benefit to like missing and then being like, come back, smash it. And that confidence that you build from doing that. Ultimately, if you're in competition, someday you're going to miss. And you want to have all those reps in the bank that have built your confidence to come back and be able to hit the weight or even go heavier and hit the weight. Hip power, I may do a double here just to feel it out, but then we'll just go singles on up. $135, just a single. Nice. So as I mentioned, my goals right now put on some mass, back squat 500 pounds, deadlift 600 pounds, PR my bench. And then after that, I don't really know. I mean, part of me, like if I hit those numbers on the strength movements, specifically the 500 and 600, like I don't know how much is left for me to chase after. Of course, I've said that before, and you guys know how it is in the strength world. You hit something and then you can't help yourself. You pick something else to go for. But so I don't know. Like I kind of want to focus on some conditioning and running, but we'll see what happens if I hit those numbers. 70 kilos, 155 pounds. Just do. I hit 215, I think it was, for a double last week or the week before. So I don't know, depending on how it feels, try to get a little bit above that, or maybe I'm just getting that again, but move pretty easy. So feeling good today. I did take a rest day yesterday, so maybe we can go a little bit heavier than that. 175 pounds. Oh, that was easy. That's feeling easy. Nice. This is 210. I still have a lot of room to get underneath the bar. I think that's something people miss when they're trying to do power snatches or power cleans, is that ultimately, in a perfect world, when you miss, it's because you catch it in a squat, right? And so they're so worried about getting the bar higher, 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 they forget to pull under the bar still. So that's what I'm gonna try to do here, is just pull under the bar a little bit better. You know, I have a lot of room to still receive that above parallel. 210. Ooh. Not sure that was much better, but we'll try one more. This will be 220 pounds. I need to be way more aggressive. Finish harder, pull under better. I still caught that one extremely high, and I'm just not being aggressive enough. So let's do that here and smash this. Oh, that was better. Oh. Nice. So that last rep was much better. I need to do the same thing here. Way more aggressive, pull under the bar. Here we go. I think that was good, but I'll take a look at the video. But that was still much better in terms of just like that pull under. I was getting under the bar again, not just trying to catch it as high as possible. It's good. Last one was close. It was power, but it was close. But I can do better than that. So I added 5 pounds. This is 235. We're gonna smoke this. Come on. Pull on it. Let's go. I think that one was better. Nice. Call it there, 235. Move on to some curls. That was a good day. Do the video, and that was a really good power, 235. Super happy with that. That was great. So I'm like consistently powering in that 230 to 240 range, and like without much problem. And so I think that's a good sign for when we do get back into the full lifts and hitting some heavier numbers, hopefully later this year. I'm going to do some hammer curls. I've been doing curls on Tuesdays. I change up the variation every like 3 to 4 weeks. So this is the last week of hammer curls. I'm going to do 2 sets of 12. That's it. I know it's not a lot, but I've been just trying to hammer the intensity on all my accessory lifts. So less volume, just higher intensity, hit it hard, get out. And then we do have some cardio today. I've been doing the bike on Tuesdays for about 30 minutes. So awesome, guys. So no real plan today in terms of the video and what I want to talk about, but just want to share my training. Cut out the BS, the slop, that type of crap that I don't enjoy watching. I want to learn something from you. I want to follow your journey. So I don't care where you're at. Share your training. Share where you're at. I mean, I think that's pretty cool to be able to follow people's journey, and it inspires me to lift heavier at times. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.